ahead. I'm
And welcome to Sports Talk on the Friday night edition. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, and we are live on the WJRG television network. And this show is being produced by my good friend, Big Don from Big Don Production. What's up, Don?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
All right, Big Don. The legend himself, Bruce Austin. What's up, Bruce?
Everything's beautiful, brother.
And all the way in Frederick, Maryland, my brother-in-law, Larry Pearson. What's up, Larry?
KC all the way up.
Oh my God!
All the way up.
I hear about KC. I hear about KC again all night tonight. But before we get started in football, Larry, we got to talk about some breaking news in the NBA. You guys already heard about it, about the Chauncey Billups and all that was going on. So I'm gonna start with you, Bruce. What you think about these guys, Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and what's the other guy involved with this?
Terry Rozier, I think.
From Scary Terry.
Yeah, from Miami.
So Bruce, give me your thoughts on this. I know somebody sent me a text about a month ago about gambling in the NBA, or they said the sports in general. And I try to brush it off, but now a lot of this stuff coming out, man. Give me your thoughts on this, Bruce.
Yeah, with Chauncey Billups, it's not the gambling part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is he lured all his friends into a rigged poker game.
Okay.
Where the only person at the table was legit was the guy that he rigged in. That's what bothers me the most. You know what I mean? How could you do all your rich friends like that? They said the table was rigged. They had everything was going against the player. And Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones was the ones that reeled these guys in. So that's the bad part. Another thing, why did they, if they claim this is all mafia connected, why they didn't show the pictures of the mafia guys being arrested along with the basketball players?
Right. Okay.
See, there's always a message to this madness, you know.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Go ahead, Larry. What you think?
I got most of it, but what I heard was, it is truly affecting the game. And even though when Rozier got caught up in it, even if you take yourself out of game, you know what I'm saying? That's tampering. You know what I'm saying? You don't affect the game, As a ball player, you cannot have nothing to do with that, and you just as guilty as anybody else, And I think for that, something should happen. And the commissioner's not saying nothing. He's not coming forward. He's not laying nothing down. He got to speak up.
I think the commissioner is trying to wait to see about what the authorities do, far as because remember, you're always innocent until proven guilty. So I think he's trying to wait to see what actually happens. I know they arrested them guys, and the lawyers now are, they got big time lawyers that's going to step in and try to defend their players. But so I think the commissioner's kind of waiting to see waiting the process to see what's going on. Don, give me your thoughts, bro.
Well, like Bruce, I was wondering too with the mob thing, but there came out some statistics that $80 billion are being made off of that under betting that's not legal. 80 billion.
80
So
billion.
that's one reason why if it's 80 billion, you got to know the mob is involved in that. You know
Right.
what I mean? Off that underhand betting. That's why they're trying to crack down on it so hard. And that's why they believe Chauncey Billups was in on it too with the mob, because only the mob could control stuff that big. So but I just wish that it wasn't true, because like I'm agreeing with Bruce. That made Chauncey look like a real, I'm your buddy. You're gonna bring me to a gang that's rigged and let me lose my money too? And Chauncey had to be getting paid. What I don't understand, a guy like Chauncey Billups done made over like $150 million, in the game and being a coach. He done made over $150 million in his lifetime. How much money you need?
Right. Why would you stoop that low?
And Terry Rozier, I don't understand his part at all. Wanting to pretend he was hurt. I really don't. How much money was in it for him? To want to pretend you was hurt. I would be all about the game myself. So that one, I just don't understand it. Get hurt early, go out the game. They would have to have my wife and kids hostage for me to do something like that. It wouldn't be worth the money.
Yeah, but that money changed a lot of folks, man. A lot of folks you think is honest, man. That dollar, man.
Like they said, 80. They said 80 billion, not 80 million. They said 80
right.
billion.
But I say the commissioner, regardless, we ain't got all the facts.
No,
but
we don't.
You need to put something out there. You need to say that stuff like this is not going to happen in the NBA. There'll be severe consequences. You know what I'm saying? Even kicked out the league. You got to say something.
You can't put it out there, Larry, until you really know something.
But Larry,
he don't know nothing.
Yeah, but check this out, man. The commissioner line, something this big. You think nothing got to the commissioner's office? Something this big, this widespread of an investigation into the National Basketball Association, and the commissioner didn't get a breeze of it? I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, that's true because, I think it's going to be more that's going to come out, Larry, because some people think that President Trump has something to do with this too. Okay, because he already said he's going to get a lot of folks when he get back in office. So a lot more going to happen too. That the commissioner probably because they got referees involved now. I'm understanding.
Yeah, but the bad thing about this, Jerry, is Trump know all the crooks.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody that ever said anything against him that he had dealings with, because people try to say he not racist because he made money with black folk. But he's the type of guy, he don't care what color he is if he can make that money.
Right.
That don't mean that the people that ain't making no money for him, he don't care nothing about.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this guy, he is all about that money. Can you imagine if Obama would have tore down that White House like that and made a dance hall?
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine that? But anyway, that's another story altogether.
Obama would have been arrested long before that for something else he had done.
Yeah, he would have been under the jail.
See, Bruce. Well, one thing about Donald Trump, he's the type of guy that if you talk about me, I'm gonna talk about you. If you do something to me, eye for an eye, I'm gonna get you back. And he made it clear.
It's a little worse than that. He don't say if you talk about me, I'm gonna talk about you. He said if you talk about me, I'm gonna stomp your butt.
Yeah.
Right.
He don't care nothing about talking back. He take action.
Yeah. So I think Larry, this is gonna be even bigger. All right, and you're gonna find out stuff in the NFL and everything gonna come out, not just the NBA. Okay.
The worst thing that could have happened was they legalized gambling.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the worst thing that could have happened. It's anything that got anything to do with sports. anything that you could put a dollar on. When they legalized gambling, that ruined everything.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is people are still off the books betting. You know, when I said 80 billion, they said that was off the books. That's one reason why they mad.
Yeah, but see,
You know, they legalized it so they could get the money legally.
Yeah, but see, this ain't got nothing to do with legalized gambling. This is underground stuff with these
That's what
poker
I'm
games.
saying.
But that's got nothing to do. They was doing that whether they legalized gambling or not. I'm talking about with the sports where they can get referees or football officials to throw a flag every time it's a 50-yard play against somebody that they don't want to win. That make all this stuff look suspect now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See, Bruce, all I'm trying to say is you're 100% right. I'm just trying to say the reason they legalize it so the government can get a little piece too.
Yeah, but see, I understand what you said, but what I'm saying is this underground poker prevents the government from getting money.
I agree. That's what we said. We're agreeing.
You know what I mean?
I'm agreeing. But the government got to figure out a way to get theirs too.
They
That's
ain't
why
gonna
they legalize it.
Like what you said, millions or billions?
Billions.
Don't you know that's power? The government will never get their hands on that.
But Bruce, that's why they started the lottery and the lotto years ago because gambling was, betting was big and numbers was big and they weren't getting a piece of the pie. So
I understand that, but what I'm saying is this is altogether different. When you talk about underground poker, and this guy luring all them basketball players and football players or whoever else got millions of dollars to throw around like that. That's what's going on with this. That's different.
We know, but our point, Bruce, is why you think they want to crack down on this because the government ain't getting a piece. If they were getting their share, you probably wouldn't hear about it so much.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Same thing with marijuana. I agree with that.
Yeah, right. They legalized marijuana to get some money out of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But what I'm
saying is, it's too big.
Okay, so my question to the panel, you guys, the integrity of the game. How much is this going to hurt the integrity of the game? Can you really trust the game now? Can you trust it's going to be a fair game when you're dealing with referees, you're dealing with betting? I mean, the game on the line. We know about the Lakers back in the day when Shaq and Kobe against Sacramento Kings, when they were saying that the referee was cheating on the games with the Lakers.
Yeah, but this is much bigger. This is much bigger because back then they didn't have legalized gambling. Right. So they didn't have all these resources where they can go to. You can make a phone call now and say, look, I wanna bet $10,000 that the man don't get 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah.
You know, that's where Chauncey Billups and them came in. The boy was making phone calls saying, look, LeBron not gonna be playing today. Where his name wasn't on the injury report.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when Chauncey Billups came in, he knew the man making this phone call about him, so he takes himself out the game. You know what I mean? All that stuff connected.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why they all got busted.
The game will never be respected.
They're doing everything though. You know, it's not just win the game. It's how many yards you're going to get, how many catches you're going to get, or you know, they can make up anything and make money off of it.
Yeah.
People already had doubts about the officiating in all the sports. Now this only adds insult to injury.
Yes.
Games will never be the same again.
Right. Is that all sports, Bruce, or just
all sports?
I think all sports.
You think they just betting on basketball?
No.
No,
you brought up the point about the referee could throw a flag out, just to stop a play, because he think that team gonna win. The power's in the refs. The refs can control the game.
The refs and the players are the only ones that can control the game. I still don't believe that the league itself would put their league in jeopardy by having anything to do with it.
But the people in the main, like the NFL, they can have refs override some things.
Oh yeah, that happens too. Yeah, that happens too. That's where that instant replay. That challenging came in. That was put in to stop a lot of these refs from making their own calls. Now they got somebody that said, no, we're gonna check this out again. We don't think this call you made was right. Like a couple of years ago, I forgot that game was when the defensive back ran that man over. I think it was a Rams game. They didn't call no defensive pass interference. When he spin the man around in the air, they still didn't throw a flag.
Yeah, I just remember that. Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's why they put that instant replay in, so they could slow it down a little bit, but they can't stop it.
All right.
Well, to answer your question, Jerry, yes, it's going to change my thoughts. I already knew this stuff about wrestling. I used to follow wrestling enough, McMahon. I already knew about wrestling. And we always suspect. And I remember the highlight back in the day, Bruce. You used to go to the highlight up there in Bridgeport? And then those guys would have the ball in their hand. You done bet it on. They have it in his hand, right in his hand. He just dropped the ball. And people get so mad. I mean, this guy, Jerry, would climb up the wall, do 2 flips, and catch the ball. Now all of a sudden he's just standing there and it falls in his hand and he drops it.
Hey, Don, that's why they went out of business. That's why they went out of business. They saw too much corruption in it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it was a show just to watch how good those guys was. But when you just knew you picked this player because he could catch anything. And all of a sudden the ball comes straight to him, he just drop it.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, we're going to get football in a minute. Let me just give out the number if anybody wants to give us a call. My number is 203-671-5332. We are live. This is Sports Talk on the Friday night edition. Give us a call for any comments that you might have. You can be part of the show tonight. 203-671-5332. All right, Larry, before you go to football, my final question on basketball, then we'll get back to it in a minute. Bruce, how good is Wembanyama, man?
Listen, man, I couldn't wait for y'all to bring that up, man. Listen, man. Words can't explain how nasty this guy is, man. If he stay healthy, the whole league is in trouble. I don't care. I mean, the only reason people looked at Chamberlain as being so dominant because how physically strong he was. With this guy, he got some of the best center in him. He got some of the best point guards in him. He handled that ball almost as good as Allen Iverson do.
I saw him bring the ball out. I was like,
I understand this guy is 7'5", man, and I watched this guy, man. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, man.
I couldn't believe it either, because that's why I put on the text. I said, I know Magic, Bird, and LeBron. This guy got all them guys beat right there.
Imagine this. If he stays healthy, he's going to be in the top 2 for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and Lord knows what else. Because you see, this guy is on. What you going to do with him?
You can't do nothing with him.
Anthony Davis is supposed to be considered one of the better defensive players in the league. He made it look like he had Muggsy Bowles on him. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Don.
How can a man go out with blood clots and grow 3 inches before he come back? You never heard of that?
Right.
They said he grew 3 inches before he came back. Bruce got him as number 2. I'm going to put him as number 1.
No.
I can't see nobody. You say one out of 2. I'm going to just put him up there all by himself.
I agree.
Go ahead, Larry. What you think about Wembanyama, man?
I watched him in the preseason. He got so many moves now where he take it all the way to the hole now, and ain't nothing you can do about it. No matter who's on him, he's going over you. He can take it. Matter of fact, he can lay it off the top of the backboard and let it drop.
He can.
I was watching that and I said, how can you stop him now? Because you can't hold him, and you can't get above him. So what you gonna do? You gotta follow him. My only thing is how he gonna endure during the whole season, because they're gonna beat him up. They're gonna beat him up.
Yeah.
And try to knock him out of his game. But man to man, you can't stop him. You can't do nothing with him.
Let me say this.
I think the players is messed up over him too. I think they looking at him being so good, they scared to try to injure him. You know what I mean? This guy messing everybody up.
The
Yeah.
main thing he got to do, Larry, is win the refs over. Because if them refs don't let them guys hack him like that,
Yeah.
that's when, he got to win the refs over. He mess around winning them refs over, the league is in trouble.
He gonna make everybody forget all about a guy named LeBron James, man.
And Michael.
And Michael and everybody else. I mean, he got everybody scratching their head now, man. And that was only, don't forget, that was only one game.
Yeah, Bruce, let me ask you a question. Now, I was reading something about Anthony Davis was saying that they should come up with a height limit now in the NBA. What do you think about that height limit? In other words,
what are you going to do? Tell people stop growing?
No. In other words, suppose the guy, now it could have been AI. I saw it on one of these social media things where a guy was 8 foot, almost 9 feet. I mean, is that too tall for the NBA or what? Would you say?
No,
the basket's only 10 feet.
Yeah, but how you going to say that, though? How can you stop a man from making money?
Right.
Because we had guys 7, 8 already in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But Larry, can somebody 5 foot, just 5 feet come in the league and play? They're too short?
No, they can come in the league. They can play.
At 5 foot.
Yeah.
There's no limit. There's no limit.
There's no limit.
They can come in at 4'5" and
Muggsy
dunk the ball they in.
Don't
Muggsy
forget,
Bogues
Muggsy
was
Bogues
what,
was only 5'3". 5'3".
I even 5'3". I'm saying, but even on the shorter end,
Ain't no different. 5'3" and 5 feet ain't no different.
I'm saying, but okay, all right. So you guys don't agree with that? There should be no limit.
Because the other guy, the Mutombo, the other big guy, they just didn't have that skill that a Wembanyama got. That's the only difference. They didn't have that skill. We didn't, like Larry said, we done had some tall guys, but they didn't have the skill. You still got to have the skill.
Don't forget, Marischal
Marischal
was
played for Washington.
Let's say one thing. If he did say that, he was just crying the blues because he got busted.
Because the other guy, who's that guy that was the African guy was 7'7", Bruce?
Manu
Ball.
But Marischal was taller than him, played for Washington. He was 7'7".
And I shook his hands. His hands are about 16 inches. I mean, I shook his hands. Looked like I ain't have a hand. You know?
Wow. All right, Larry, let's get into some football, man.
Okay, the first thing I want to start off with is the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota was 12-4 last year. But one thing I didn't know, they gave up over 6,600 yards they gave up last year. Okay? One of the worst stats for a team with a 12-4 record. But they did it, and then they had a nerve to give away the quarterback that took them to be 12-4. They just gave him away. Didn't trade him, just gave him away. Now, they look like the laughing stock of the league. They couldn't have made a bigger mistake. I think between the Ravens and Minnesota, that was two of the disappointments this year in the NFL. Go ahead, Don.
Well, I was kicking myself all last night. I actually tried to go back in there and change my thing because I went with the Vikings. I wanted to go back in and change it, man. I was so sick, so upset. I was like, what was I thinking? So I just have to agree with everything you just said, man. The Vikings. The rest of this season, they ain't got to worry about me going Vikings. The rest of the season, I am done.
But Larry, is that based on, like I said a few weeks ago, that the league is balanced now? I mean, there's no dominant. I mean, I know you're gonna say KC is dominant, but it's really no dominant team. Any team can beat you now. Basically, if they play,
they had a pretty good team. They gave away the best quarterback. I mean, They just gave it away for nothing. And that had nothing to do with the rest of the league. They just took a huge step backwards.
I have to agree with Larry. Aaron Donald, they should have never got rid of him. They had a really great season with him, and they just went downhill. That's why they're not keeping up with the rest of the season.
Well, the Bishop had him go to the Super Bowl.
And the Bishop ain't showed up since he said that.
He had to go to the Super Bowl, right? I mean,
He said the Gator Bowl.
Yeah, he's been back on the show since he talked that jump.
So Bruce, what you think about the Vikings, man?
Man, I was so glad that I didn't pick them. They almost had me. They almost had me. I said, nah. They got me last week with Seattle. Said, no. But you know what? I don't understand why I think they gave away Donald because they thought McCartney was J.J. McCartney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they thought he was ready.
But you gotta have something in the back pocket. You got something.
Yeah, and they're still not playing him. You know, who they got in there? Carson Wentz, I think it is.
Yeah, Carson Wentz, yeah,
man. And he done been on about 5 teams the last 3 years.
Yeah, they ain't get the hint.
But when he's hurt now, so they got to go with
he came back in, didn't he?
With that arm? Did he come back in, Larry?
Yeah, he came back in.
He didn't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing before he went out.
I think Wentz is one of the biggest disappointments as being the reason everybody picking him up because he was drafted so high.
Okay.
And everybody just thought there was something in the tank. And there's nothing there. And I think after this year, they're not going back to that no more.
Yeah, I believe that. I
believe that too. All right, Larry, give me your next topic on football, man.
I think he's done. My next topic is I'm gonna talk about them Buffalo Bills and how far they've fallen. You know, they haven't fallen a little bit. They dropping them down to number 9.
Why are they doing that? Why?
Number 9.
What's the record?
Because the defense is suspect. They 4-2. The defense is suspect, and they don't have no receivers. They have one receiver that's half a receiver, you know. And they said they just lost it. You know, the defense not filling the bill like they did last year. They cut one of the veterans. They helped them get there. And the offense just is not producing.
Did the Bills beat the Chiefs this year?
Think the Bills beat the Chiefs. You're going to see in 2 weeks.
No. Did they play? No, they didn't play yet, right?
They didn't play yet.
Okay. So who's
going to slice and dice them?
Well, who's the 4 teams the Bills beat then? Because they didn't have a pretty good. Then they started up pretty good. 4-0.
They beat the Ravens.
All right, yeah. Well, the Ravens ain't do nothing, but at that time,
everybody found out the Ravens was a fake.
Yeah,
they beat the Jets.
But the whole squad was there when they beat the Ravens, right? Wasn't Lamar Jackson anybody there when they beat them? Yeah, that was the game when Henry fumbled the ball.
He fumbled. That's the only reason they won.
Well, but I say he fumbled the ball, so they beat the Ravens.
Yeah. They beat the Jets.
Okay, who else they beat?
I'm not gonna lie. Let me see who else they beat because right now.
Because you can't knock them out because they're 4-2. I mean, that's not a bad record.
But I'm telling you that everybody in the rankings, they dropped all the way down to number 9. I never seen nobody fall that far, that fast. You know, they was predicted to go to the Super Bowl. They was the top runner-up to go to Super Bowl.
Okay.
And they just knocked them all the way down to the bottom.
Wow. What do you think, Bruce? You agree with that? That the Buffalo Bills should be number 9 now?
I think what hurt them when New England beat them. I think they lost 2 in a row.
And Atlanta came back and just busted them up.
Yeah, that did it for them.
All right, but didn't the Patriots win like 4 in a row or something?
Not yet,
Patriots,
I don't think. I think they
they
got
are
3.
they matter of fact, they lead the division by 1 game.
Yeah, I think they won 4 in a row, Bruce. The Patriots.
Yeah. They might have 3 or 4.
So, I mean, if they won 4 in a row, I mean, they go to show that they picking up a little steam.
Not
So,
really. It all depends on who they beat. Like, don't forget they're in that vision with the Jets and them too now.
Jets,
I mean,
Miami,
it all depends on who they beat.
that's true. That's true.
you know, they right now, I wouldn't count them out. I say they're gonna come back, but it depends on what they do against the Chiefs. Now, if they get blown out by the Chiefs in
Then
Buffalo,
Yeah.
ain't no coming back.
Now, they got Carolina this week.
But Young's not playing,
But supposing they beat the Chiefs, Larry, then what would happen then?
huh?
Supposing they beat the Chiefs.
If they beat the Chiefs, they get back on the wagon. They get back on the hill.
They
They
got
won't
to
go
beat
to
them.
the top.
But like you guys say, any given Sunday, you don't know what's going to happen.
Any given
but they
Sunday.
gotta beat them, right?
If they lose to the Chiefs, I still won't count them out. They can
I
still
will.
turn things around at that point. You know,
If they
it all
lose to the
depends on what their
Chiefs, it's all
schedule
over.
look like. I'm pretty confident that the Bills are going to be around. They're not going to just fade out in 9th place. They're going to be around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Larry.
They're gonna be around, but I'm just saying how they got them listed.
Yeah, but
I'm not
come
making
on.
this up.
They got a good chance of losing to the Chiefs, but maybe they can run it from there. You know, it's a good chance they're going to lose to the Chiefs. All they got to do is run it from there.
Yeah,
What
you make a good point because, like Jerry was saying earlier, the league is so balanced now. They can afford to be where they at now and still get out of it. So I agree with that. They can still make a run.
But you can't get pushed around in Buffalo by Atlanta.
Right. Look at this. Go ahead. And Nick, I'll do a sports talk. I'll call you back.
Atlanta one of them up and down teams, man. They look good one week and then they look like they ain't worth a dime. They got to get a little more consistent too.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree. I think they're a pretender.
Yeah.
And I think when pretenders can take you out, like the Panthers can take teams out, I think there's a leak wink.
Yeah.
Something's leaking. You know. Just like, this Dallas game coming up. Dallas and the
Denver Broncos, right?
Dallas and the Broncos is going to be a game to remember. It's going to be a game to remember. Like I'm on pins and needles to see. I know Dallas is going to score 30 points. I know that. Okay. But Denver, on the other hand, his defense can wreck your day. They got great defensive backs, but teams were known to score on Denver. I mean, 30 points, easy. Like you let the Giants get you for 30, you know what I'm saying? With a rookie quarterback and rookie running back, get you for 30. And most teams they played this year have scored that many points on the Denver Broncos. So, Bruce, what do you think? Is Denver gonna?
I agree with you on that, but I think this game for Dallas is very important because of what we just got to talking about with them other up and down teams. You can't keep beating the teams you're supposed to beat, and when you beat the semi-big boys, I wouldn't even say Denver was part of the big boy crew. But if you can't beat the semis like that, you can't be talked about like they want to talk about Dallas. You know what I mean? They showed a little strength with the offense, but if that defense can't stop nobody and beat nobody that's going to be in the playoffs, it don't count for nothing. You know, you got to stay consistent now. You know.
That's so true, man. I just feel right now, I think the Cowboys, watching them against the Commanders, I think that brought a lot of confidence in them, meaning that I think that was the game that they need. You know, now this game coming up against the Broncos, if they beat the Broncos, then I got to say the Cowboys they're on the right road.
Right.
They're on the right road because
but if they lose,
got the confidence it's going to get even higher. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get even higher, Larry. So this game going to be important just for their confidence sake.
Right.
You know, if we beat the Denver Broncos and beat the Commanders, even though the Commanders are hurt a little bit, but if they can get on a roll and win like 3 in a row, then their confidence level will rise a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they got a good offense. They got a real good offense. And if their defense can be respectable, then they got to be a great defense, just enough to give them respect. Then the Cowboys, they can be okay. What you think, Don?
Well, when I was trying to change the game from last night, I thought about that Cowboy game because I had Denver. I went back in there and changed it, Bruce.
Yeah.
I went back and changed it. I'm going with the Cowboys. I
Why
think
is
they
that?
can pull it off.
Well, why is that, though?
Because of the offense. If they can score 30 points, if the defense just give them a little help.
Right.
If they score 30 on Denver, they're going to beat Denver. If they score probably anywhere between 25 and 30, they're going to beat Denver. And if the defense just give them a little help. Denver offense is good, but not as good as Dallas offense.
No, they're not.
A little help. So I went back and changed. I went with Denver because, the defense. And I said, nah, late for that. I'm going with the offense.
Yeah,
So I went back and jumped on Dallas.
I agree with that 100%, Don. If they defense can give them a little bit, they'd be all right. But like you said, we don't know, man. That defense, man, they got to show me something a couple weeks in a row. You know what I mean?
I think they got some great receivers. One boy, he's a monster. And I know he gonna get his.
Pickett.
No, for
Denver.
Oh, for Denver?
He's a huge dude. He's fast. He reminds me of AJ Brown. He's that big.
Okay.
And he's gonna score at least twice. But the thing is, if Dallas defensive backs can stand up to him in the pass game, I think they have a good chance of winning it. I'm on the fence right now. I was getting ready to change to Dallas, and I keep thinking about Denver's defense. But the thing is, some part of the defense, the pass defense got to show up, because they ain't got a great running game. Denver doesn't have a great running game, but they got a great pass game. If you shut that down, and I don't know how many defensive backs Dallas have out right now.
No, they back. They back.
They all back?
Yeah, but we ain't worried about Diggs. They need him on the bench. But if Dallas
Diggs used to be the dog.
Used to be. Hey Larry, if Dallas front line can't put no pressure on Bo Nix, he gonna eat them up. He one of them quarterbacks. You got to put pressure on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't leave it on. You can't leave it up to your defensive backs. You got to put pressure on Bo Nix. If not, he gonna eat them alive.
So Larry, what time does that game come on? The Cowboys and the Broncos.
4:30.
4:30. That's a late. Okay.
4:25. Yeah.
That's a late game. Okay. 4:25. All right.
There's not a lot of great games this Sunday, but that's one of the biggest ones.
So who's the Buffalo Bills playing this weekend?
Carolina.
The Carolina Panthers.
Can they beat the Panthers?
Yeah, they're gonna kill the Panthers. Panthers ain't got this starting quarterback. Young's not playing.
So they'll be 5-2 then.
Yeah.
So is that a bad record, Larry? 5-2?
5-2 when you gotta go and play KC. Hey.
What's KC record?
KC's 4-3.
All right, and they'll be 5-2. Okay. So all right, okay.
And they will even it up, and then when you do head-to-head competition, you got to come to KC.
That's fine. I got you.
You got to come down to my house.
Okay. All right. So, which team? I know you got your topics. So, which team would you say is the best team in the NFC right now?
And the NFC is Detroit, without a doubt.
Got Detroit. Okay.
Detroit Lions. And the Colts, they got Colts listed number 2 and KC number 3, but I think that's totally wrong. KC should be number 2 and Colts should be number 3.
So if Detroit Lions is the best team in the NFC, and they just got spanked by Kansas City a couple of weeks ago. Got spanked too. So you're telling me that Kansas City definitely is the favorites to win the Super Bowl. If Detroit's the best team in the NFC, and KC gave them a good spanking, spank the best team in the NFC, then that's a sign that KC gonna win the Super Bowl, right, Larry?
That's one of the signs. That's
And
one
Larry,
of the signs.
Larry, you can't be biased like that, man. There's nowhere in the world with the Colts 6-1 that
Right.
you're gonna put Kansas City in front of them. Come on now.
But who the
That's what I
coach?
was gonna say.
Who
Ain't
the
no
coach
but.
beat? Who did
Ain't
the coach
no
beat?
but. It ain't
The
no
coach,
but.
the coach lost the Rams, the only good team they played.
They only lost one game. You
The
can't take
Rams.
people off their schedule.
To the best team they played.
Listen,
You
any
know,
given
those
Sunday,
Rams.
I don't care who they play, they're still in the NFL.
Yeah.
There's nowhere in the world you're gonna put a 4-3 team in front of a 6-1 team. You know
Can't
better
do it.
than that. You
Can't
know
do
better
it.
than that, Larry. Come on.
I
We
was
know
waiting
you're
to say
Kansas
that.
City,
Bruce
man,
beat me
come on.
to it.
See, if half my players was hurt, okay,
Yeah,
you
come
beat
on. We
me.
don't want to hear that. We don't
When
want
I
to hear
get
that.
the game back together, I'm going to rough you up. When I get the game
don't
back
wanna
together,
hear
I'm going to
that.
rough you up. Think
You
about
still
that.
got a chance. You still got a chance to prove yourself until the outcome of this season. But right now, is
But I
nowhere in
said
the
the coach is
world.
rated over him right now. The coach is
Listen,
rated over him.
Is
I said,
no way right now. We talking about you. You said we're gonna take the Colts and put them third and put Kansas City second. You know better than that.
but I said it was me. You know.
That's why we saying you. Ain't you.
Hey, I got the eye test.
Yeah, but you can't see. Everybody got eyes. Ask Stevie Wonder what he see. He got eyes.
The Colts got the best record in the league. They should be
Yeah.
number one by their record.
Right.
True, because Detroit got spanked.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're gonna put them ahead of KC, you might as well drop Detroit and put them number one.
Yeah. You
Listen,
should.
I got the Colts.
should.
I got the Colts at number one.
But what happened is they biased just like you is, Larry.
Right.
Hey, Green Bay got a great record, but they dropped Green Bay all the way down to 6.
Well, what's
And
Green Bay
they
record?
only lost one game.
They 5-1-1.
See, but like you were saying earlier, Larry, that one tie hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Dallas. They tied with Dallas.
Yeah, that one tie hurt them in the standings, though.
Yeah.
It was against Dallas, though. That would drop them.
Yeah, but it don't matter who it was against. I'm just saying that one loss hurt them in the standings because, like somebody was saying before, that tie is they looking at it as a loss. That's why Green Bay is so far down in the standings. You know what I mean? If they didn't have that tie on there, they wouldn't be at number 9. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
And that was a big game for the Cowboys too. Even though it was a tie, Green Bay. So the Cowboys, you got to give them a little more respect than what we're giving them, because I know they have their playoff failures, but you never know. Every year is different, man. You never know.
Jerry, when they first traded Parsons,
Yep.
everybody on our panel was saying Dallas finished. They're not even gonna make the playoffs.
That's right. I remember.
Now they got a different tune. That's why that game was much bigger for Green Bay than it was for Dallas, because people expected Green Bay to blow them out.
Right.
And it didn't happen. That's what put Dallas on the map.
Right.
If Green Bay would have came in there and wiped Dallas out, people would be looking at Dallas, they finished. But they stood up to Green Bay, they stood up to Philly, and those were the top 2 teams they were talking about at the time. Philly and Green Bay. See, with Parsons, Green Bay going to the Super Bowl. And when Dallas went in there and tied them up, maybe we better rethink this, either about Green Bay or about Dallas not making the playoffs.
Right.
But again, we always figured Dallas always going to have a good year. It's when the playoff comes that we got to worry about Dallas.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, he was saying that without Parsons, they wasn't even going to make the playoffs.
I remember that.
Well, if you don't make it, you can't lose if you ain't in it.
But they already proved that part.
You can't win if you ain't in it.
Right.
So Bruce, would you say the Cowboys is like one player away, probably on the defensive end be a true contender?
I think they're a true contender right now just because of their offense.
Okay.
See, and don't forget they still got their boy Overshawn coming back. And he's gonna make a big difference on that defense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He should be back either next week or it might even bring him out there this week. I doubt it, but they might bring him out next week. They said right before November, so we got another week before November.
So you look at the Cowboys as being a contender right now. Okay.
Oh, they're a contender. They're just as much a contender as anybody else.
What about you, Larry? What you thought on that?
A contender for what?
The same thing Kansas City's a contender for.
When you talking about Kansas City, you talking about Super Bowl.
Yeah, but see, Kansas City, you look
when
at
you
Kansas
talking
City.
about Dallas, you talking about...
Yeah, but Kansas City like the tomato playing catch up. You know what I mean? They got a lot of catching up to do. You know what I mean? But you got a lot of faith in them.
Y'all crazy, boy. Y'all crazy. Another topic you got, Larry.
Let me get mine out there, Jerry.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
Remember, there's 4 guys on the panel.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, well, I'm gonna agree with Bruce. I think they are a contender, and I'm gonna agree with you. I think they one defensive player away. If they had them a parcel right now, we'd be singing a different song. So I think they are a contender, and we'll see when they get in the playoffs. But right now, Dallas is not that bad. They're looking pretty good.
They look pretty good, right?
Give them a good defensive player. Yeah.
But Don, keep in mind, there's only one team going to win the Super Bowl. So, so just because the Cowboys lose in the playoffs, a lot of teams go like Buffalo, they might lose, and even the Colts might lose. The team Denver might lose. So there's only one team going to win. So they're not going to win. So if the Cowboys lose, I wouldn't say if they make the playoffs, I would say it was a failure year for them if they make the playoffs.
It would, because they mostly make it every year. They want to go further than just making the playoff for a team.
Yeah, but see, are we going to judge this thing by how many playoff games you win or how many Super Bowls you win? To me, it don't matter if you win a playoff game and you get knocked out the next game. If you don't win the big one, it don't none of it mean nothing. But see, they got the guys like the Josh Allens, Lamar Jackson. They don't have nothing on their finger but skin. See, but everybody want to say when Dallas they get knocked out in the playoffs. Everybody get knocked off in the playoff that don't win that Super Bowl.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like this. Buffalo ain't no better than Dallas.
Right.
They don't have no rings.
Right.
I mean, then you could move the goalposts all you want over there. Well, at least he won 2 playoff games. Don't mean nothing.
Don't mean a thing.
Don't mean a thing if you don't have that ring.
That's why I said when the playoff comes, that's why I was trying to say to Jerry, if they don't win in the playoff, it don't really mean nothing to get there. It's a losing season.
Okay. I mean, it's a losing season, but it was
for everybody. You forgot to add that on. It's a losing season for everybody.
For everybody.
But it wouldn't be like the Baltimore Ravens.
It's a losing season.
But it wouldn't be like
I think it's to make it.
But it wouldn't be like the Baltimore Ravens that people expected them to be at a certain level, and and they don't even make the playoffs. That's a losing season to me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because everybody bragged out Henry and Lamar Jackson and Henry. He's this. Enough for no guys now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, go ahead, Larry.
One big question.
Go ahead.
The Ravens aren't looking too good. Lamar's supposed to play this game. Chicago has been playing pretty good ball. They won the last 4. Do you think Chicago would take down the Ravens? I think they got a great defense. I think the quarterback's coming around. I think it's the right opportunity. And I think this is the best time that Chicago Bears would have the chance to take out the Ravens. Bruce, what do you think?
But Lamar Jackson playing, yes or no?
They said most likely he's playing, but he practiced the last 3 games.
All right,
last 3 practices.
Go ahead, Bruce. It's on you then.
If Lamar Jackson playing, I want to go back in there and change my pick. I picked Chicago. I picked Chicago because I didn't think Lamar was playing, but they say he had full practice today. So
For the past 3 days.
yeah, that usually means he's gonna play.
Yeah.
So I can go in there and change my pick.
Yeah,
You
you can
can.
change it now. You got time to change it.
Like, how many did Chicago win 4 in a row?
Yeah.
So Bruce, is Chicago pretty hot right now or what?
Yeah, but they didn't beat nobody. I mean, Dallas was the biggest win.
They beat the Redskins.
What you say, Bruce? It's the schedule you got in front of you. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I'm saying for their strength. I mean, their record is what it is, but the strength of the team, it got a lot to do with it when you play against somebody that's half of the team hurt. And all the half want no good no way. So you're supposed to win them games. You know what I mean?
So they're 4 don't mean nothing then. Winning 4 don't mean nothing.
They almost in the same position as Dallas is. You got to beat somebody. This is a big game for them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can't keep beating the scrubs and think you're ready for the big boys. You know what I mean?
All right, give me the big boys. All right, let me let Donald chime in on this and give me who the big boys are.
Well, the Ravens need this. Otherwise, they're going to become the scrubs.
Yeah.
And when I heard Lamar was coming back, that's one reason why they got Lamar coming back. That's why they got him out there. Because if they don't win this, their chances go pretty much down to zilch. So
right.
That's why I went with the Ravens on this when I heard Lamar coming back. Because, it's like letting the scrub team beat you. And right now, the Ravens are not in any position to be losing this one. Especially since they've been struggling all year. It's not like they started out good, but they got good down the road. They started out bad. They've been bad down the road. If they're going to turn it around, it's now or never.
And they was bad with Lamar Jackson in there too. They was bad when he was playing. So it ain't really nothing new. It's not like they was winning. When he was in there because they lost a few games. So Bruce, give me the big boys, man. Who's the big boys?
Oh, I got Baltimore. I ain't had to change it. I got the big boys is
give me go ahead.
Philly,
okay.
Detroit,
the Colts now. You know what I mean? The big boys is the 5 of New England. You could put New England in there. They what 5-2. Kansas City.
Okay.
Buffalo. They the big boys. I call them the big boys because they usually the Final Four.
Okay, those are the big boys, Larry.
Yeah, they usually the Final Four.
You got Buffalo in there, Larry. What about the Rams? What about the Rams?
The Rams in there. The Rams in there.
They part of the big boy crew.
Part of the big boy crew. Okay.
I wouldn't put Baltimore in there yet, though. They got.
What about Green Bay?
Yeah. They on the fence though. They on the fence.
They on the fence.
Yeah.
Because Dallas tied down.
Yeah, right. I'll let you get by with that.
All right. What about in the AFC? What about Pittsburgh?
No, they're a pretender.
All right, do that. I asked a question. All right.
Yeah.
Denver, no.
Denver, yeah.
They're part of the big boys.
They get ready to get the
Yeah, this is a big game for them. This is a big game for them this week too.
So if the Cowboys beat the Denver Broncos, then the Cowboys beat one of the big boys. Are you telling me?
No, but Denver will be out of the big boy club.
If Denver wins, they're in the big boy club then.
Yeah, that wouldn't necessarily put Dallas in it. I wouldn't, and how I feel about the Cowboys, but that would definitely take Denver out of it.
Wow.
Yes. But I'd applaud Dallas. They take them out.
Okay. Yeah, you got to put some respect on the Cowboys, Larry. They win.
If the Cowboys win, this one of them games that both of these teams need this to get some respect on their name.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Both of them in the same boat.
All right, you got another topic, Larry? It's 6:54, and I don't know if Donald got a basketball topic or anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, the last one. I'm not gonna even throw the KC in there, but
why not? Don't throw KC in there. Put him in there.
KC, do you think They beat the Washington Commanders in D.C.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They might even they might go donut with the Commanders. They might score. They might keep them without scoring. But
Yeah, they're gonna work on them, Larry. They got basically their whole squad back now, so they wanna show off a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah, they do.
I really think that the Kansas City Chiefs they're ready now. I believe that.
Oh yeah.
They got a statement to prove because they didn't like losing to Philly and not so much losing to Philly, the fashion that they lost by too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you got Jalen Hurts. You know, they got the little cartoon of him holding Patrick Mahomes as a baby and all that. No, they got a lot to prove.
They're another team that need to win about 3 or 4 in a row.
Right.
They said AJ Green, AJ is trying to be traded from Philadelphia. They said it's not going to happen during the season. If it happened after the season. Did you hear anything on that?
He got a problem because the game that he just had, I thought it was bad for him to come out and talk like that. The game that he just had, I think he had over 100 yards receiving, plus a couple of touchdowns. So I thought this was definitely bad for him to come out and still dog the team out like he did.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Don.
Well, first of all, now let's go back to the first part of the questions before we get to this. The first part was about what was the first part of your question?
The first part was about the Kansas City and Washington.
Beating Washington. Why you even ask that question when you know
It was a joke.
when you ask Jay Daniels not even playing, why you even ask that question? It wasn't even a fair question to ask. All right, we'll take it as a joke because otherwise it definitely wasn't a fair question.
I wasn't going to bring it up since he told me to bring up the KC thing. I was going to bring up Green Bay and the Steelers.
Well, that's the game to watch because let's see. Aaron Rodgers said he ain't got no hate against Green Bay, but Love ain't going to lose to Aaron Rodgers. You know, so I think the Steelers going to lose that game.
Yeah, I do too.
And they're playing in Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another game. Go ahead, Larry.
I think it ain't going to be close. I think the steel curtain is not the steel curtain it used to be. It's not a steel curtain no more, it's just a curtain. You know.
If that.
Yeah, that's another game that's huge for both of them.
And for A.J. Brown, I agree with Bruce. He probably shouldn't have made that statement, but it's got to be some kind of motive behind it. Some people say that, you know, maybe he wants to get paid more when it comes around next year. You know, maybe he wants to get more money because he's not being fair to the team at all.
No.
You know, making statements like that. He's not being a team player. He's not being fair to the team. And you know I don't care what nobody say, they're going to have to open up some running game for Saquon Barkley.
I don't understand that. I don't understand it, Don.
They're going to have to open up something for that. But A.J. Brown, either he's being a jerk or he want more money.
I think he just won out of there. I don't think it's the money. I think he just finished with Philly. Man.
You think so? I mean, how can you be a winner and be
making big money? He making big money.
Him and Hurts, he don't like Hurts at all. At all.
Yeah, he want to get out of there, man.
But they got a championship run this year.
He already got him a ring. He don't care.
I guess so. Then it didn't make sense to me, but I guess
it didn't make sense to me either.
But Larry, let me ask you a question. You're my football man tonight. What is Philly's chances of coming out of the NFC?
Right now, coming out of the NFC.
Can they beat Detroit?
If they don't play as a team, no. If AJ is not getting along with Hurts, that's not going to happen because only way that's going to happen if those two get together, eat a lunch, come together. If they don't, that's not going to happen.
I don't agree with that because already they're not getting along, but they still winning. And
but
Hurts
right now,
them the ball.
He said he has a poor hamstring. And he might ride that.
But Larry, didn't you have other players and even in different sports? They didn't like each other, but they still won. They still played. I mean, you know, you had some players that didn't like each other at all. But when they got on that court, they still or the field, they still played. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about winning.
But they never come out and talk about it every week. You know what I'm saying? He brings this up all the time.
Yeah, but I agree with what Don just said, because if what he said wasn't true, this past game, A.J. Brown wouldn't have put no effort into it. He's still going out there and playing. He got that animosity towards Hurts, but his head is still in the game. Because if you watch that Philly game, if he didn't care and he wasn't going to play, he wouldn't have had the game he had this past week.
The
So
winning
I agree
pass.
with Don on that.
And not to mention, too, that if he start acting like this now, any other team will have to think about this when they get him. You know, you start that thing now, and everybody think, oh, man, we pick him up. What if he do the same thing now?
Right.
So I think his attitude might be there, but he's still going to play ball.
Yeah. Like you said, they say, man, if he had like that and just won the Super Bowl, we don't stand a chance.
Yeah, but that's what the guys get paid for, though, right? They don't care about if you like each other or not. I mean,
No, we talking about whoever that said that he was with the Cowboys.
Right.
Cowboy would say, man, he just won a ring there, and they can't control him. We don't need that in our locker room.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. If he's that bad of a head case, I agree. But most guys that's getting paid, you get paid to do your job. You know, I don't care. You know, because some of the guys don't like each other. It don't have to be them two. I bet you got a lot of guys on the team that don't like each other.
Know what's a perfect example though?
What's that?
Look how they talk about Pickens when he was with Pittsburgh, and look how good he doing with Dallas.
Yeah.
But look at Brown. Brown came from the same thing. When he went to another team, he showed his behind.
Yeah.
I mean, in a bad way, you saying?
Yes.
Okay. You got to respect your team too and your teammates. You got to respect them. You know, I mean, come on. I mean, these guys are professionals now, man. This ain't high school or college. These guys are professionals. And
you pay $30 million. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you out there.
Real quick, the World Series tonight. I'm going with the Dodgers. Who you guys got?
I got the Dodgers.
Going the Dodgers. They're the champs, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're still the champs, right, Don?
Yeah, they're the champs, and look like this is going to be a good one too. I'm going to definitely watch it tonight. And I wanted to bring up real quick since we were talking earlier about Wembanyama. What's that veteran they just got last year too to play with Wembanyama?
God, from Sacramento.
Yeah, from Sacramento. What's his name?
Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
Oh yeah, Fox. With those two, do you think that they could actually come out the West this year?
Oh yeah, easy.
SGA.
The reason I said that because look how powerful they look now, and Fox not even playing.
Right. That's
why
I brought it out.
This guy changing the whole dynamic of the game. I don't think OKC can do nothing with San Antonio.
Not when it comes to the center.
I got to see them play, man, to believe that, because Wemby got some good guys around him too. It's not just him.
And don't forget, he blocked big shots too. He'll block.
That's what I'm saying. And Fox the one to run the team, and he's not even playing. Okay, so when he come back, they really gonna be something.
Well, one last.
We still got to see it.
What are the Knicks' chances this year?
Oh, they got a good chance because the East is all messed up, man.
Yeah, but
do what?
But Jalen Brunson still got to still get his teammates involved too.
They changed though. They changed. Mike Brown got them changed, playing a different game.
Well, when I watched the game, he came one time. He had the ball for the whole 24-second shot clock. he wasn't thinking about passing. He had
a player like Brunson, you can't take everything away from him. He's too good.
They can't beat the West though. They can't beat the West.
Yeah, but it still looked like the same Knicks team to me. I didn't see any different myself.
Right.
It looked like this Bronson. Everybody still looked the same to me.
I tell you what looked the same, man. That town getting them stupid fouls, man.
Yeah, that too.
Something wrong with him, man. Something wrong with him in the head.
And I think down to the Knicks going to definitely be a contender. But like I said, when the playoffs come around, Brunson got to start trusting his teammates. You just can't, because we know you good, We know you're good. I mean, and plus the Knicks, I think, need another superstar to go along with Brunson. They need like a Scottie Pippen type of player, somebody else that can be the second fiddle, because Brunson can't do it all. He's not gonna beat them good teams by himself. No way.
And Bruce, real quick, Asia Wilson getting that big sneaker deal. What do you think? This gonna open up things for the women a little bit now?
Yeah, but it's already opened up a little bit. I mean, like this, Angel Reese got her sneaker already.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And she's below Asia and them. So she's, people keep talking about who's the face of the women's league, but it seemed to be Angel Reese with everything they got her in. She's in a movie with one of the top black actors,
Yeah, I saw that.
Idris Elba, and she on Victoria's Secret, and she got. I mean, this girl she might be the first billionaire female basketball player.
So all I was saying was, women are always, they wasn't getting paid on the court or off the court. Right. Now they started to get paid a lot more off the court thanks to stuff like this.
Yeah, because they're expanding more, and the best thing that happened to them was the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people is watching now that wasn't watching before, and the big difference is they didn't come to watch the whole league. They just came to watch Caitlin. And when they came, they found out that they had many more good players than just her. So that opened up a lot of people's eyes to the whole league, where their first intention was just to watch CC.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped by, like you said, broaden the league, people getting their shoes, and it's a big talk about the contract now. See, all that stuff before was low key. Right. But all of it became, they got 2 or 3 expansion teams gonna start this year, plus the 2 that they added last year. So it's expanding. So they got to spread that money out.
It's like Magic and Bird when they first came in the league.
Exactly.
But women wasn't buying sneakers like that before.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to, that's a new market.
Because they didn't have the popularity.
But now
the women was good. The women was good, like the Houston Comets and stuff. They won the first 4 championships. They was good, but the door is open now.
That's right.
And the people see where they can make that money. I mean, who else did they ever look for to come on Victoria's Secret?
Right.
But they see that this league is expanding, man.
One last quick question for the whole panel. Should Chauncey Billups be kicked out of the Hall of Fame if he found guilty and go to jail?
Yes. Yes.
If they don't put Barry Bonds in there, he can't even get into the Hall of Fame. Right?
But yeah, think about that a minute. They didn't kick OJ out.
Well, what'd he do?
You know what OJ did.
We
all know what OJ did.
He was found innocent.
If it don't fit, you must have quit. Right. But he wasn't convicted though. He wasn't convicted.
Yeah, right, that's my point. He was found innocent.
Right,
I mean, but not like
he wasn't convicted. So I gotta take that out the hat. I gotta take that out.
But with Chauncey
Billups get convicted. That's what I'm saying.
But with Chauncey Billups, what he did, from my understanding, from what I know right now, what he did didn't have nothing to do with basketball. His big thing was bringing his boys into them.
It's all connected. That's what they're saying about bringing the mafia in. They connected what he did to the mob with that basketball, what Terry Rose did. They're bringing it all together.
All together,
two separate things, but they're going to put it all together for one big case, and it's still going to go down as,
So they're looking at it as being influence.
Yeah.
But plus, Bruce, if he can't coach anymore, if they take his coaching job, and then it's affecting basketball.
Oh, he finished coaching.
That's what I'm saying. So it affected his basketball career.
Yeah, but I don't know about the Hall of Fame, but he definitely look. Who gonna play for him? And the word out, he setting them boys up. he all finished. He all finished.
He done.
That was a rumor that I had saw on Facebook too, that he even mentioned LeBron James' name.
What?
It wasn't him that mentioned LeBron. It was Dante. Dante. What happened was, he made a phone call and told them that LeBron wasn't playing. It had nothing to do with LeBron. He tipped the people off that was betting that LeBron wasn't playing.
Oh, that's how it went. I got it mixed up. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they didn't charge LeBron with nothing, because.
Oh, okay. So that was big on Chauncey Billups, though, when you start giving out information like that.
No, not Chauncey Billups. The other dude, Dante, the assistant coach.
Oh, okay. The assistant coach did that. All right.
They got Chauncey Billups. They said that he was luring all the high stake players there to get swindled.
Yeah, I did hear that one too.
It done. You could see through. They had glasses, and you could see through the cards and the tables and everything, man. Everybody
all they
else
got
at
to
the
do is
table
stick them cameras under the table. The camera get everything. Glass table, put a camera under there that can't nobody see.
Yeah, but with all this new technology, you don't even need cameras no more, Don. That's what they were saying. You can see right through the table with these glasses.
Wow.
The table rig.
A lot of stuff gonna come out in this, man. I mean, a lot of stuff is a little blurry now because so many different stories. But I mean, a whole lot of stuff get ready to come out.
I told y'all. I mean, this is a tip of the iceberg, man.
Yeah,
this ain't nothing.
This
ain't nothing. It's gonna be NFL. It's gonna be baseball. It's gonna be the referees. It's gonna, because Donald Trump ain't playing.
I don't want to get too deep. All kind of mess might come up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. This is bigger than sports now. This is about politics and everything now. Okay? I mean, it's bigger than sports. Because sports is just on the basketball court or the baseball field or the football field. This is bigger than sports now.
Yeah.
All right? This is taking skeletons out of the closet. All right?
Ain't nothing out there now but bones.
All right, let me close out in prayer tonight. We had a great show tonight. I want to thank you guys for your loyalty and coming on board. Father, we thank you for another night of sports talk on this Friday night edition. We thank you, Lord, that's viewing us. Continue to bless them and bless Larry, Big Don, and Bruce, and myself, Lord, and those who couldn't make it, my brother Henry, Anthony, and Walter, and Bishop, and Bob McCormick, and Kendall Tyson, Lord. Bless them as well in the mighty name of Jesus. And Father God, as we go forward, Lord, just continue to add more viewers to this sports talk show, Lord, and let everyone see that we can have fun and doing sports, Lord, and serve you as well. We give you all the glory tonight and continue to bless Big Don as you go forward with the sports talk show, Lord, and everyone that's part of the panel, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, amen and amen.
Amen.
All right, Tuesday night, y'all. So, Larry, we got some good games coming over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Bruce, how about the Cowboys?
Go Dallas. I might flip my switch.
Tonight, you can't put your remote down because they got the World Series on. You got Wemby playing. You got the Knicks coming on 7:30.
I know.
This is a busy night,
Wemby
man.
come on.
What time Wemby come on?
I think he come on at 10 o'clock. Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. I think he come on at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
NBA schedule.
Then you got the
Here
World
are
Series.
the NBA games for today.
8 o'clock.
The Raptors
Spurs, they play the Pelicans.
24-17.
Yep, 8 o'clock.
Which go Zion Williamson, right?
Yes, sir.
Zion who?
Hey, did y'all see Zion? He done lost a lot of weight, man.
I heard.
Like on Luka. He
Hey,
like Luka out there.
They must be on the
None
same stuff.
Yeah,
None
he lost a
changed.
lot of weight,
None
man. He look
changed.
good.
None
Larry, give him a little respect now. Come on now.
Good. He played good too.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's like, what's the name? That guy that came from the New Jersey. I mean from DC. What's his name? Bill?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Bradley Bill.
Yeah, Bradley
Yeah.
Bill.
He never stay healthy.
All right,
Never.
Tuesday night, y'all.
Curry been doing pretty good. He finished off last year, and he seemed to be hanging in there.
Yeah, and he lost weight. He playing hard. But
Yeah.
he ain't gonna do nothing against Wembanyama, that's for sure.
But now we got to pick up on Tuesday because I know Bruce picked the Houston Rockets to blow out OKC the other night. We're gonna let you slide on that one, Bruce.
Yeah, but
What happened?
You know what?
It was a
Walt,
good game though, man.
but Walt was right on the money. Walt said that they're gonna miss Van Fleet.
Yeah.
I said it, Bruce. Get it right.
Yeah.
Walt didn't say it. I said it.
All right,
I kept
Big
saying
D.
it.
All right, Big D.
So give it
SGA
to
was
me,
missing
Bruce,
that number 2, man.
I said it 3 or 4 times while we were sitting right there together. I
Yeah,
said,
and
I don't think so without Van Vliet. I kept saying it. You
And
might
listen,
want to give it to Walt, but I said it.
No, but you turn out to be all facts, man. You can see, man, when they put pressure on that ball, they had Castle and them boys. They couldn't handle that ball at the point.
But I tell you what, if Van Vliet come back, it might be a different story.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, Tuesday night, we're going to do it again. Wrap it up, all right? Have a blessed
Okay.
weekend, everybody. All
Go
right, you guys.
Cowboys. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. All the way live. All right, you guys, have a blessed night.